One more thing to do before we get to our 1,000,000 questions.
Does that talk about what we did last night?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right, so last night, Max, you and I got in our little car.
Yeah.
Meep, meep. We got on I-20.
Yeah.
We headed out west, out into God's country. And the destination, Sweetwater, Texas. Sweetwater we were here in Carrollton, which is a suburb of Dallas. And it's about, a little more than 3 hours? 3 hours, 15 minutes-ish, I'd say.
Yeah.
Lovely drive. Very different from our last drive, which is funny,
Yeah.
because last drive we went east. We went to New
Into
Diana.
the woods.
Go out behind the pine curtain.
Right.
This, a lot more flat, a lot more desert.
Yeah.
Really, still beautiful.
And we were going out there to see Muenster take on Van Horn at the Mustang Bowl.
The Mustang Bowl. But
the storied Mustang Bowl.
Before we get to that.
Well, you're already falling behind because the video's playing.
Okay, the video's playing. So we did. We went to the Mustang Bowl.
We got barbecue.
First of all, let's talk about the Mustang Bowl.
Okay. Well, you should just talk about it in order.
Oh, in order of what we're doing?
Yeah, because the barbecue already was shown.
Okay, so the barbecue.
Yeah, awesome.
We stopped at Big Boys Barbecue. Daniel Vaughn of Texas Monthly once again did not steer us wrong. This was on his top 50 list of barbecue joints in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
And now I will tell you that going into Big Boys Barbecue, I was a little bit hesitant because he recommended you get a couple things that normally I don't go for.
Right.
He said you get the lean brisket.
Yes.
And I'm a lean guy. I mean, I'm a brisket guy, but
Yeah.
I am not a lean brisket guy. I'm a fatty brisket guy.
Right.
You want that fatty brisket.
Right. You're already taking too long. The video's halfway over.
Okay, I'm sorry. We can play the video again. We can play the video
Just messing
again.
with you.
Anyway. There's that, and then they have two types of ribs, and it's kind of not... one is a traditional spare rib, which were dynamite. And then they had another that was kind of like, basically like pork butt. And that pork butt was incredible. The brisket was also excellent.
Yeah.
Big Boys Barbecue in Sweetwater is outstanding. So then we made our way over to the Mustang Bowl.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the Mustang Bowl.
It's amazing.
There is no finer stadium in Texas high school football
Yeah,
than
it's
the
hard
Mustang
to argue.
Bowl
Yeah.
in Sweetwater.
The history, the setting, all of it.
For me, like, I know that there are going to be people who are like, oh, but like Crosby just built this beautiful new stadium. And it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The Allen's Eagle Stadium is a marvel. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's great. For me, I want a uniqueness to it.
Yep.
I want atmosphere.
Yep.
And I want history.
Yeah.
And the Mustang Bowl checks all those boxes.
Holds 16,000.
Yes.
Built in 1939.
Yes.
Sammy Baugh played there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, and what I love about it is that they have one of the things that I think is so perfect. It's dug into the ground, which is great. And you can tell there were probably, I'll be honest, Muenster and Van Horn are far away from from Sweetwater. There were probably 800 fans there.
Yeah.
Probably a little,
to see it
little
full.
less than 1,000.
Oh my God.
I will tell you that down on the field with 800 fans there, it was still really loud.
It was still great.
Like.
Yeah,
It's
I
still,
can't
like,
imagine.
if that place gets
It's gotta
loud,
be so
sunken
loud.
in,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
I love the flags. They have a flag for every one of their playoff years, and it is just
It was awesome.
so cool. It's like to see a flag from 1917.
Pretty
like
awesome.
for the 1917 Sweetwater Mustangs is so
And who could forget that team?
cool, of course.
Right.
I don't know. That was worth the trip period. Like
Worth it.
there could have been no gain.
Right.
Right?
Just
And we
to
could have
see
gone
it.
for the barbecue
Yeah.
and the Mustang Bowl,
Yeah.
and I've been like, check, we can drive back now.
And what we did see was an incredible Muenster team.
We saw Muenster beat Van Horn 62-8. And I will be honest, we kind of saw this coming.
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be that close.
We thought Muenster was a pretty heavy favorite in this one. Give a lot of credit to Van Horn. They didn't quit. They had a couple athletes.
A lot of fighters on that team.
They had some speed. They had a couple dudes who could run. But they were just simply overmatched by a Muenster team that they look the part.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend our friends in the 2A Division II ranks, which is the smallest 11-man classification. For example, I just need to have I'm always pulling up the rank order for the
Mark, we love the Puncher Dome. Don't worry. It's one of our favorites.
The Puncher Dome is one of my favorites, and before yesterday, it would probably be number one on my list.
Otis, I've been to Rutledge. It's awesome.
It is.
I'm totally with you.
But there's no finer place in America in America to watch high school football.
It's just a cool place. It's just
so
its own place. Yeah.
I don't want to be mean to our friends in 2A Division 2 because I want to be sensitive about it. Muenster has an enrollment of 133 in their school. Okay, and when you have an enrollment of 133, you kind of play the kids you have, right?
Yeah.
And in a lot of instances in 2A Division 2, and again, no offense, you get some shrimpy teams.
Yeah, you just throw the bodies out there that you got.
You get some scrawny teams.
Maybe not the most athletic group you
exactly.
got. Yeah.
You get some scrawny teams because you play with what you got.
Yeah.
Muenster ain't that.
Muenster is, man.
Muenster's got some dudes.
My whole thing is, if you saw Canadian last year, they got those kinds of kids.
It's amazing.
Like, these are athletic.
This is a team.
Kids.
This is a team that could pass for a 4A.
I was blown away. Muenster's very good. Whoever comes out of 2AD2 Region 2, it's going to be Iran, Albany, Muenster. One of those teams probably.
Maybe Monday.
They will have proven it, man.
Yes, I will tell you. Muenster was super
Albany,
impressive.
At least part of Albany from last year, the last 2 years. We know Denny Faith and coaching up. We have a lot of belief in Ira and their results speak for themselves. Big win over Sonora this year. And now having seen Muenster in person, I think that region is something else.
It's a region of death. But an incredible trip out there. I will tell you that as I was starving waiting for barbecue when we were about an hour away from Sweetwater, I did have a thought in the car. I was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
My stomach hurts. I'm hungry.
100% worth it.
Totally worth it.
100% worth it.
It really isn't a bad drive for how far it is.
So thank you to Shane Mobley and the Sweetwater crew for having us out there, and it was a lot of fun. And if you ever have any excuse to get to Sweetwater for a football game of any kind, do it. Yeah. That is I'm not saying it is. I want to phrase this correctly because I do love the Puncher Dome, and I've talked about that a lot. That's probably like my favorite stadium, but this is the finest stadium in
Texas. Of course, this is just bringing up people who are very sensitive about their favorite stadium. They're all like, you haven't been to my stadium. Look, they're awesome. Sweetwater's, I've been to Wildcat Stadium, Lennon. It's awesome. I've been to Rutledge Stadium. It's awesome. Nope. There are a lot of awesome stadiums. Sweetwater is just it's hard to beat. It's so old. It's so different. Yeah.
I will just say that there is no finer place to watch a Texas high school football game than the Mustang Bowl in Sweetwater. It's my opinion. You're welcome to disagree.
I think it'd be a good time.
You're welcome to disagree. But anyway, that was
I
our
don't
trip.
even know if it's the best. I would just say it's hard to beat.
It's the finest.
Yeah.
That's the word that I would use.
You're making a distinction.
I'm making a distinction.